Woo! What's up, friends? We're here to recap the Mandalorian, the Jedi, episode 13. Waiting for there's my man Jeffrey. How you doing, bro?
It's an origin story.
Once again, it is the J to the E to the double F ray, and we're here to recap the Mandalorian chapter 13.
Okay, I'm dying.
We very much.
You got to turn down your thing, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I'm here.
That episode was insane, man. Like, almost too much to take in. What do you think?
I think it was a good episode and a whole season of good episodes. And I think we are lucky and privileged in a time such as right now to be able to watch a show like this every week.
Absolutely. Okay. So start us off. I'm gonna need your help here because there's a lot of stuff thrown in there. The planet they went to for
Corvus.
First of all,
on planet Corvus.
First of all, let me start inviting some people here on Twitter. Follow me at Nerdlecca. Nerd report right here. So they did not waste, and we're gonna talk heavy spoilers, right? They did not waste any time with Ahsoka, right? I was shocked. She's there from the start.
Front and center. They revealed her front and center right off the bat in the cold open. We have Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano making her live action debut in Star Wars right in the opening.
I think it's official now.
It's official. Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka Tano, so we can finally talk about it. She is Ahsoka Tano in live action Star Wars, Rosario Dawson.
And it's like one of the best choreographed lightsaber battles ever. I mean, she's not fighting in the beginning. She's not fighting.
Let's not go that far. Okay, that was a good battle, and that wasn't a lightsaber battle. She was cutting down a bunch of
what lightsaber battle's better than that?
Battles with, I don't know, Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker for one.
Oh, well, yeah, for the meaning of it. But as far as choreographed, I think it's the longest we've actually seen.
All right. Let's like get over the whole honeymoon period, Lewis. Like, it was a great fight. All the fights in this episode were good. All the action in this episode were good.
Get over what? She was flying around. I never saw
sure. It was good, but it was the best lightsaber duel. Like, that wasn't even a lightsaber duel. It was her cutting down a bunch of masked guards. So let's cool it on that. So
yeah, but her lightsaber wielding was on par with anyone we've seen, especially in the sequel trilogy.
No.
Bro, what are you smoking? You're telling me right now that Ahsoka Tano's
I think you need to broaden your horizons a little bit.
I think you better let me speak real quick. You're going to tell me one lightsaber battle in the new trilogy that's as good as Ahsoka Tano.
What's new trilogy?
I'm talking the new Force Awakens.
You said one of the best lightsaber fights ever is what you said.
The best lightsaber wielding. But as far as the choreograph,
yeah. No.
Well, name one from the sequel trilogy. That's better than that.
You said ever.
It's one of the best wielding. Yes, one of the best. It's not as important as Darth Vader versus Luke, of course not. But as far as like Jedi skills with lightsaber,
Darth Maul for one.
Darth Maul was only like 2 seconds on the
2
screen.
Seconds, blah blah blah. Okay,
it kept going back
and
forth.
I'm not going to continue this.
It kept going back and forth between Anakin.
You feel the way you feel. I feel the way I feel. I disagree.
All right. Well, you're entitled to be wrong. Okay, so those guys were in there, and what is the temple, or what's their fortress or people that are in there?
It's the planet Corvus, the city of Caladan.
And it's Michael Biehn.
Yes, that right? It was Michael Biehn as the magistrate's second in command or first in command.
Yeah. And who is the lady that was playing her? like the magistrate?
Diana Lee Inosanto.
Where is she from? Where is she from? She's been in something
What has
else.
she done?
Yeah, because she seems very familiar to me.
She's she looks like she has a long list of credits. Let's see.
Yeah.
She was in Spa. She's it looks like she normally does stunts. She does stunts and choreography.
Really? Interesting.
So it looks like they kind of I guess that fight scene with later on is the main reason. So let's see.
Well, they gotta give her. I think she needs acting.
It looks like she's normally a stunt double from a lot of just action and movie and TV shows, and she got a nice role here, a nice on-screen role here in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So guys, yeah, everyone coming in right now. I know everyone's excited. A lot to take in. Please keep commenting in the comments area, and then
okay. I'm sorry, this was totally lost on me. The
What?
daughter of he's the daughter of Dan and Diana Lee Inosanto is the daughter of Dan and Sue Inosanto. Dan was like a longtime friend
Bruce
and collaborated with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
She is Bruce Lee's goddaughter.
So the Santos is I think they inherited the JKD, the J Kondo, the Bruce Lee fighting style.
Sorry, I missed that. I totally missed that connection at first. So
yeah, there was something with that. Man, I'm shocked as how I honestly thought the episode wasn't going to go the way it did, and Ahsoka was going to be introduced much later, and they just started off
kind of like with Bo-Katan. Like they gave it a slow burn. But not here, right off the bat.
Not here, like right off the bat. And right away, the makeup, the work they did was spectacular, I think. It was like the cartoon came to life, if you ask me. The animation came to life.
It was very impressive. I'm glad I don't know. It looked like it was all done practically, all of her makeup and the choreography with her lightsaber wielding, her dual wielding lightsabers was on point. The lightsabers look great. She still had her white lightsabers that we last saw her with at the end of Rebels. So they were keeping that. It did look, it looked very close to her black series figure design.
Yeah.
If anyone has seen those.
It was wonderful. And I'm going by what I remember because like so many things were going on that I kind of forgot. So then, we see Din Djarin come to the planet. And he casually walks into they harass him a little bit, they interrogate him. They harass him a little bit before going into the little town there. But I guess they're looking at his armor and thinking, okay, let's we could use this guy to capture or kill Ahsoka Tano, since Mandalorians, that's what they used to do, correct?
Well, Mandalorians and Jedi are like ancient enemies going back probably hundreds, maybe thousands of years. So they're ancient arch enemies, basically.
Yeah. And I guess they, Michael Bihn's character understands that, or at least, they don't explain it, but maybe he does.
No, he asks him are you a bounty hunter? Are you with the guild? And he's like, last time I checked, are you a hunter? Yeah. That kind of thing. And they're like, okay, let him in. Something is clearly off about this town. The bystanders are scared. Like everyone's shying away from Din Djarin. No one wants to talk to him. A frightened villager is like, please don't talk to us or we'll get in trouble. So something is clearly wrong there. There are prisoners being basically held in those like electric shock stocks. Something is clearly wrong, and this small little village is clearly being held under siege by the magistrate character.
And then right there, I get this kind of medieval Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon vibe from Star Wars that I've never seen before. But I dig it because to me, that's what the Jedis are based on is, the old Kung Fu and movies.
There was definitely a sort of a classic Kung Fu martial arts vibe to this episode.
Yeah, so it's
very sort of
little bit of the same but different at the same time. So I love that. And character designs mixed with the robots, like kind of like droids, some sort of battle droids. That's what I loved about this episode too, is like the used. It seemed like the used universe, right? Not because Lucas had this idea that Star Wars is in space and stuff, but it still seemed old. Like the stuff looked the used galaxy, or you get what I'm saying? So it felt like an old civilization or a planet that's been there for a long time. Kind of little.
Everything feels sort of inherent. There's verisimilitude. Everything looks lived in and feels like it belongs. Everything feels like it's part of the structure, the texture of the universe.
Yeah. So the lady, you said it was DeSantos, but what do we?
Not Diana Lee Inosanto.
Inosantos. Okay.
She's the magistrate, Morgan Elspeth or something. Her name is Magistrate Morgan. I didn't catch her last name. It was hard to pronounce.
Yeah, but at the same time, did at this point did Ahsoka ask for her master already or no? In the first confrontation,
in the prologue, Ahsoka was asking her for information, and she's like, "I'll give you 1 day, and I want to know." I don't remember what she asked, but the magistrate threatened to kill her prisoners,
right?
For her information.
There's only like 3 people.
The lives of these citizens. Here's what she sees: the lives of the citizens mean nothing to you now. Because of you, these people will suffer. They already suffer under your rule. Surrender or face the consequences.
Yep. Yeah, you're reading that as on the fly. That's dope. That's why I love you here. Okay, so basically, Din Djarin he's smart, man, because he kind of played them. They said, hey, we're gonna give you this what's it called? This Beskar spear.
It's a Beskar. It was a spear of pure Beskar.
Right. And he tested it out. And meanwhile, he's got Baby Yoda in his pouch. Baby Yoda's just like looking at everything, all the stuff, kind of a little scared. We're not going to be able to call him Baby Yoda anymore, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Or we shouldn't. We could call him whatever we want, but we shouldn't. But then, he kind of plays her. He tells her, he says, go and kill the Jedi, and he goes off to looking for the Jedi.
The trick is the magistrate and Michael Biehn didn't know that he was looking for the person they wanted him to kill. So, wow, that's convenient. So I'll take this job. I'll say I'll take the job and I'll play them while I'll try to find. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Because this is the person he's came to the planet exactly to look for. But they didn't know that he was looking for Ahsoka Tano.
Right. So the tension. There was a good line between the Michael Biehn character and him too. What was the line? I forgot what the line was. There's a funny line. I gotta watch it again.
In which scene?
Right when he takes off, when he's about to. He looks at Baby Yoda and goes, "What is that?" that was.
I keep it with me for luck. He's like, "Well, something like you're going to need luck where you're going." Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It was a.
Fun They had a good little rapport because they were they made them the right. They had a sort of subplot, a little mini subplot in that episode.
And then right there, right there, because I felt the episode was pretty. The tone was very serious and almost verging on dark. But then Filoni put in the little, not too cheesy of a joke, but a nice little lighthearted thing, a la Lucas, right? Because Lucas loves.
I keep it around for luck.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And then here's what I'm fast forwarding to the line. You're gonna need it where you're headed. Kind of like a Han Solo, a little, a little flavor, a little Han Solo type flavor.
Absolutely.
Just kind of giving these characters, even though there's this big fantasy, interstellar universe, giving the characters a little sense of humanity, a little sense of sort of, a little life to them, He's this kind of grizzled veteran who just happened to fall in with the magistrate, ex-military apparently.
Yeah, and let's bring this up too, because before we forget, the planet, like, I love the way there were like creatures from afar. You didn't really see them in detail, but they were there. Like you could tell, like dinosaur, almost like the planet's dewbacks. But it was very original trilogy-ish, where like you didn't really see too much, but you saw enough.
There's just kind of flora and fauna around, just to kind of add a little sort of life to the planet. You see things sort of on the edges, on the outskirts, but they don't focus on it too much.
As we're waiting, more people are coming in here to the Nerd Report. We, as you know, we've been reacting to each and every episode of The Mandalorian. Life is good no matter what when this show's around, and I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And what a way to top it off with what I think is a great episode. We want everyone to get involved. So right now, if you're in the chat, scale of 1 to 10, what do you give this episode? And if you have any questions you want us to talk about, or any topics you want to talk about, anything you notice, or you want to add on, feel free to add that in. But right now, Mandalorian, we're in the part where Mandalorian's looking for Ahsoka Tano, and my God.
So he's searching through the forest.
Yeah.
He can't, obviously, it's tough for a Mandalorian to track a fully trained, I guess, former Jedi. She does get the drop on him. They do kind of fight for a little bit.
And that was
a great fight, actually.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We did see it live action wise. We saw a lot of Jedi action. More, man, you're probably gonna be like, "Stop it, Lewis!" Right? But this made the sequel trilogy look bad. You can't put it any other way, man. I mean,
I don't know about that, but I thought it was there was all the action in this episode was good. Listen, Lewis, I don't see any reason to trash the sequel trilogies or the prequels or whatever else to prop up this episode. But everything I watched in this episode today looked good. It felt good. I think
but Jeffrey, you're missing the point. I'm not trashing. What I'm saying is,
yeah, you are.
The people producing the new Star Wars movies need to be aware that this is Star Wars. And
I mean, there's some of the same producers. There's some of the same producers who produce this show.
Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like it. And it's a thing because I love the movies. I want them to do better. So that's the whole thing. Robin, you're awake. It's late. Thanks for coming in here.
Okay, I have the name of the.
I'm dealing with a super chat. We got to respect the super chat, Robin. There were so many epic scenes in this episode. Robin, I agree. We're going step by step here. We're right now in the epic scene, one of many that already is where Ahsoka and Mando are getting into lightsaber versus Mandalorian Beskar fight, and we never really even seen that, which is awesome.
No, I don't think we've ever seen
live action.
A live action Mandalorian Jedi fight.
Kind of Obi-Wan, but he's not really a Mandalorian.
No.
Obi-Wan versus Django, but not really.
But Obi-Wan never clashed with Django's armor like that.
No.
When Ahsoka Tano was connecting with his gauntlets, they didn't cut through at all, meaning actual genuine Beskar can block a lightsaber's blade.
Does Darth Vader's suit, is it made of Beskar?
No.
Okay. I'm just wondering because Darth Vader's suit is pretty
it's not metal.
Okay.
He's not
okay, so here's the deal. Okay, so you want to go forward after the battle? She sees Baby Yoda.
Well, not first. He's able to calm her down by saying he says her name, and then he says Bo-Katan sent me.
Okay.
And then she's like, I hope it's about him.
And instantly they connect. So the episode becomes a little bit more lighthearted, which is awesome. And she's meditating with Baby Yoda in the next scene. I don't know if I'm wrong here, right? Her Baby Yoda are kind of like connecting mentally, and she
through the Force.
through the
They're
Force.
using the Force.
Yes, yes. And Mando's pacing back and forth and worried. She reads his mind and pretty much expresses, like, speaks for him and says that all the things he's been through, he was taken from the Clone Wars era.
You're avoiding the 800-pound elephant in the room, Lewis.
Then he calls her kid, right? Mando calls Baby Yoda kid, and she corrects him. What's his name, Jeffrey?
Here, I'm cueing the line.
Ready?
Hold on. In a way, Grogu and I can feel each other's thoughts. The child's name, after all this time, we finally have a name for the child.
Grogu.
It is not Baby Yoda. It is Grogu.
Grogu.
Grogu. Grogu. Grogu is the child's name. Write it down. Memorize it. Grogu. Grogu is the name of the child. That is the same species as Yoda.
Yep. Honestly, I love the game. I love the name.
We learn a bit of Grogu's backstory and where he came from. Not his home planet or his home species, but he came from the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and he apparently was raised there up until, I guess it was around 25 years ago, maybe 28, up until the end of the Clone Wars, when it was sacked by Anakin Skywalker and the clone troopers. He was raised at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. Many masters trained him over the years. At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden.
So he's pretty much like almost like Luke, and he even shut himself off from the Force, right?
Not really, because we've seen him use his Force abilities.
But during the era of the Empire, it seems like that's how they. I felt like she kind of hinted that that's the reason they couldn't.
There's a lot we still don't know. He said then his memory becomes dark. It's possible the child is smarter and more advanced than what we've led to believe. For all we know, this child could be an ancient Sith Lord, Lewis, and he could be gaslighting all of us. He's just acting like a baby.
He really wants.
It's like that little kid Muggsy from Looney Tunes. He's acting like a baby to fool Bugs Bunny or Finster.
Dude, what about that scene where Ahsoka Tano explains what the Force is to Dinjaro? I got chills. Dinjaro, whatever. I got chills, bro.
It's an energy field created by all living things and midichlorians.
He didn't say midichlorians.
Yeah, when she mentioned Master Yoda, we heard a little bit of the old classic Star Wars music. Ludwig Göransson used a little bit of like that classic Yoda sort of original trilogy music. We had a very tiny bit of it in there, so you could kind of feel that. I once
knew one like him, and then you hear.
So I guess that means, did Ahsoka never meet Yaddle? What happened to Yaddle? This is erasure of Yaddle, Lewis.
Is it Yaddle or
Yaddle was an actual character. She was in the Phantom Menace. She was on the Jedi Council, for crying out loud.
No, I remember her. I was there.
By the time of the Clone Wars, she was no longer on the council. So I guess that means Ahsoka never met her.
Yeah, and
but I get the sense she hadn't. I get the sense she hadn't met the Grogu either, for that matter.
No, she never met him. It's a him, right? I'm assuming it's got to be the names.
I mean, he doesn't look like he doesn't look like Yaddle, who had long. Yaddle was a female.
Yeah,
you had long hair.
The Yoda species, whatever it is, you could kind of definitively tell male from female, unless there's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ahsoka did refer to him as a he. So yes, Grogu is a he. Grogu's a male, and yes, let him sleep. He's a male, and his name is Grogu.
And
Deal with it, everybody. It's a boy.
People in the comments, what do you guys think when she was explaining what the Force was? Did you guys like
Keith Skywalker? Our show is laughable. Where's your show, Keith Skywalker? Get the hell out of here.
Your show is laughable, Mando? What the hell?
What are you talking about, Keith?
Keith, well then, mission accomplished, man. I mean, some shows are supposed to be dramatic. This one's a comedy, so we did it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who knows what the hell?
She tries to train Grogu at first,
but he's kind of like he's shut off from the Force.
That's not what she said.
Well, he's not. He doesn't want to use it anymore. He's only. She assumes that he's too connected to Mando, right?
He has she is afraid that because he has formed an emotional connection, that makes him a dangerous prospect to train, because if he's trained, it will make him more like Anakin Skywalker, who was found when he was older, and due to his connection with his mother and Padme, turned to the dark side and became a Sith Lord. So even though
Keith wasn't talking
this is my big problem with the episode. This is my big problem. This is where my big problem. She cannot train or help Grogu based on his bond with Dean, even though Ahsoka Tano had a very strong and established relationship with Ezra Bridger, who was trained in his teens, was found in his teens by Kanan Jarrus, was trained by Kanan Jarrus, and became a strong and powerful Jedi who was tempted by the dark side, but did not fall to the dark side. So based on that alone, for her to have that attitude about Grogu, I find very problematic.
Well, that's why I only, to me, only the films are canon. So,
well, I mean, that's ridiculous. That's absolute nonsense.
That's fine, but then again, I don't have the same problem.
We're talking about a character, Lewis, named Ahsoka, whose whole basis in this show is based on things that happened in the animation.
Not really. I mean, you don't have to. There's plenty of people I saw the episode with who've never even seen Ahsoka, and they're fine with what they saw.
Ahsoka was created for the animation.
Yeah, but they don't need to see the animation to appreciate this episode.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're saying you don't acknowledge what happened in the animated shows.
I only acknowledge
that makes no sense.
The films, the live action. That's all.
Okay, well, to me, it's a definite flaw for her to have this.
You know what else doesn't make sense? That you're finding these issues because there's cartoons and there's animation and there's the TV and there's the books. So still works.
I'm only talking about the animation where Ahsoka Tano came from.
Well, also in the movie, they specifically said that Anakin cannot train, can't have a Padawan because he's not a Jedi Knight. Next thing you know, he's training Ahsoka Tano. That's a contradiction.
When did they ever say that?
Oh, okay. They established in the first film, Phantom Menace, that Obi-Wan is not a Jedi. He had to be a Jedi Master before he took Anakin.
A Jedi Knight.
A Jedi Knight, yes. Ahsoka Tano,
and the council granted him Jedi Knighthood at the end of the first movie of Episode 1. Obi-Wan Kenobi. They said, confer on you the title of knighthood, the council does. Yoda said that.
Okay. So he could train Anakin, right?
Yes, and he was. Okay. Yes, and he was.
Anakin's not a knight, and he trained Ahsoka. How does that work?
He became a knight later. It happened off screen.
Anakin Skywalker was never a Jedi Knight.
Yes, he was.
Became Darth Vader before.
During the Clone Wars, he was granted the title of Jedi Knight.
It's a cartoon, dude. I don't follow that.
All right. Well then, okay.
He was not a Jedi Knight before Revenge of the Sith. How could he be in during the Clone Wars?
He was a Jedi Knight. He was a Jedi Knight. He was a Jedi Knight between. He was granted knighthood between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. It is, yes, that happened.
Okay, let's see. Anakin was granted rank of Master by Palpatine. That's not
that never happened. No.
Yes.
He was granted the title of Knight. The Council, the Jedi Council, the Jedi Masters look it up, Lewis.
Dude, I saw it in the movie. Anakin Skywalker never reached Jedi Knight status.
Yes, he did. By the time Revenge of the Sith came around, he was already a Jedi Knight.
Where was he granted Jedi Knight? Where?
In the Clone Wars. In the Clone Wars miniseries. That's why I don't
follow them, bro. Because then when you
then you're being obtuse.
When you go into the movies, he's not a Jedi Knight all of a sudden.
What do you mean? What?
When you go into Revenge of the Sith, he is not a Jedi Knight.
He is.
He's still
he is.
Master still Obi-Wan. He's not a Jedi Knight.
He's not a Padawan anymore, though. He was granted the title of knighthood.
But he's been training Ahsoka Tano since episode 2, according to the cartoon.
No, Lewis, the cartoon happens after episode 2. So no, you're wrong.
All right. Well, he wasn't a Jedi Knight after episode 2 either.
All the Clone Wars animations happens after the events of episode 2. Obi-Wan Kenobi convinces the council to grant Anakin the title of Jedi Knighthood. The commenters are backing me up here. Just because you refuse to acknowledge it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Lewis is wrong. I'm right. That's how it is.
Okay.
That's how it always is.
Okay. So she doesn't want to train Baby Yoda. I'm going back to that. She doesn't want to train the child. All right. So because she sensed much fear in him.
Fear and anger.
Right.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate.
Hate leads
to suffering.
Especially if you miss your parents. All right. So we're on that. And so what comes after that?
Well, he told her, I'll make a deal with you, Ahsoka. I'll help you take down the magistrate, Morgan Elsbeth, if you agree to train Grogu. So they talk over their plan to take down Magistrate Elsbeth in order to free the townspeople. And Din Djarin is doing it under the assumption that she will take Grogu under her care.
So she's going to keep Grogu.
That is Din Djarin's belief at the time.
Okay. All right. So
she has a small army of guards armed with A-35 Zero blasters, 2 HK-87 assassin droids, and a hired gunfighter.
And then we know that the poop's going to hit the fan at that point because they're walking back to the castle, to the fortress, to the town, right? So
right.
Shit's going to get awesome. Shit's going to go down.
The city of Caladan. Get it right. Caladan.
All right. So am I wrong or she leaped right over that fucking barrier, the wall?
She leaped to the top, I believe.
She leaped to the top, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me that wasn't awesome. How she started.
We've seen Jedi do this before. It's nothing new. Look good. Yeah, it was a good scene.
Where have we seen Jedis do that before?
Empire Strikes Back, Phantom Menace, many others.
A Jedi went to
Luke jumps out of the carbonite.
That was totally different, dude. Come on.
Huh? No, it's not.
That was totally different. Come on.
We've seen Jedi. The Force can give Jedi leaping powers. The Jedi leap. Yes, it's been a thing for years, for decades.
I'm gonna say Ahsoka Tano.
I'm just gonna say I'm a better Star Wars fan than you are because I'm gonna tell you right now,
Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber scenes were better than Darth Maul's, dude. Sorry.
Okay.
And it didn't get interrupted by some annoying kid saying yippee and oops in the middle of it.
Wow.
Press 1 if you think Ahsoka owns Darth Maul. It's got to happen. You know it to be true. All right. So Ahsoka's mowing down fools, and she goes up to what was the lady's name again? The
Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah,
Elsbeth.
Elsbeth. They go. There's a standoff, and Ahsoka Tano goes, I killed the Mandalorian, and she throws the fucking shoulder best guard, right?
The pauldron.
Yeah, she throws it on the floor, so it's like, oh my god. What and then what happens after that?
She goes back into her little palace, and leaves Ahsoka to her guards and Michael Bihn's character and her assassin droids.
Yeah, her assassin droids were awesome, dude. So basically, then what happens right after that? I forgot when they get into that Kill Bill fight with Ahsoka.
Let's see. So before that happens, Ahsoka Tano is on the roof and she's dodging
she's
fire.
running, right. Yeah, that was awesome.
Then the magistrate goes back into her palace.
Darth Maul would have gotten hit by one of those laser blasts and fallen, cracked in
Probably.
two.
Probably.
Yeah.
Boba Fett too.
Huh?
Boba Fett wasn't a very good fighter.
Boba Fett would have. No, Boba Fett would have bumped into something and then like flown up in the air.
Oh, so here's the vibe I got. Ahsoka Tano felt like an apex predator in this episode. Like she was really more than anything, she was humoring the magistrate. Like those forces were no match for her. She had that whole place under siege. They were not prepared for her. And
guys, in the comments, I dropped a link for call-ins. So we're gonna take a few call-ins. Make sure to get ready as Jeffrey and I recap the entire episode. All right, so yeah, those guys they were like getting their ass whipped. She was Batman, dude. Like to me, that's what she reminded me of. Batman, ninja.
And then Dean flew in to help the prisoners and the stocks. And then she's just cutting down cutting down everybody. They were not prepared. The only thing that was holding her off was the human hostages. That was the only thing that was protecting them.
What the hell is this? Sorry, man. I got some background.
You're playing the intro music.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. So then we had this great kind of standoff between Michael Biehn and Mando, while Ahsoka has the fight with Ahsoka goes in to fight Magistrate Elsbeth. So we do have a nice little payoff to all the setup with Michael Bihn's character and Mandalorian from earlier. This is kind of I like that because they kind of set it up. It was a nice little mini rivalry. It was like a short one-off episode rivalry.
It was good. So Mando takes care of Michael Bihn's character. There's kind of like a Western standoff there, and Ahsoka is still fighting, and she goes, "Where is your master?" And this is where the worst part of the show for me. Listen to this, guys. Everyone watching, the way she delivered the line, like, "Where is your master? Where is was it Admiral Thrawn?
Grand Admiral Thrawn."
The way it was delivered, it was bad. That's the only thing. I like that Thrawn was mentioned, but the way that line was delivered.
You know who Grand Admiral Thrawn is? A character who's only appeared in animation so far.
Yeah, he's won the book too. He has a lot of potential. But yeah, the way the line was delivered was a little forced to me on my first viewing. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll be like, okay. But what'd you think of that?
I think some of the line delivery could have been a little better. Some of it, it wasn't as bad as the prequels, which I think is sort of when you want to talk about the basement for Star Wars acting and line delivery, it's Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. I would say this episode was a few degrees above that because some of the line deliveries were really good. Some of them were a little flat, but look, Dave Filoni is not an experienced live action director. He's only done he's only done the episodes he did in the first season in this episode now. So he's getting there, but I feel like
I gotta say, compared to the last episode, I think he's live fire now, man.
I think he's improving. He's getting better, but I feel like
I don't know. I think this episode was pretty damn good.
Okay, but like I'm just look, we're offering constructive criticism. Some of the line delivery, you would agree, Lewis, was a little flat, right?
Yeah, it was a little. I don't know if it
not
was,
all of it, but a few lines here and there were a little flat.
Correct, but
that's constructive criticism,
right? The Thrawn part was a little off to me, but I gotta watch it again because maybe I was so shocked to hear that name, in Mandalorian. You know what I mean? So
why were you shocked by that?
Because, bro, this is an episode. They drop Rosario. They drop Ahsoka Tano. They drop the name of Baby Yoda.
Grogu. His name is Grogu.
They drop nonstop action with the lightsabers, and then now they're gonna bring Thrawn in there. It's like, whoa.
Well, Ezra.
Meanwhile, Jeffrey, I gotta say, and Tyler, we're watching you. We'll be right with you in a bit. I gotta say, man, I was thinking throughout the entire episode, is the Empire coming? Because they're tracking.
What do you mean?
Well, they have a tracking.
They have a tracking device on Dean's ship.
Yeah, so I was thinking, man, are they going to show up to the planet? What the hell? Like, I was expecting them to show up. This episode was crazy, dude.
No, the reason is because this ties in. The reason she's searching for Thrawn, as far as we know, ties into the end of Star Wars Rebels. Unless something happened in between the end of Rebels and this series, where Thrawn's whereabouts changed and the condition of his whereabouts changed, because at the end of Rebels, which takes place after the end of Return of the Jedi, they are looking for Ezra, who was last with Grand Admiral Thrawn when we last saw them together. And Ahsoka Tano goes off with Sabine Wren to find them. But we don't know what happened since that time and anything that might have happened in the interim. Hi there, viewer. Thank you for coming in. Tyler, welcome. What did you think of the episode, Tyler?
Wow, I thought it was pretty good, but some of the writing in there was pretty poor.
There was a little bit.
You didn't like Dave Filoni's writing or direction at all?
Direction?
No, it wasn't his direction. I never said his direction. It was his writing. My main issue.
He wrote this episode.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's the writing.
Okay.
Not the directing. The directing's cool. It's just the writing. Basically, my issue with it is they did too much of show don't tell, and they used the Force as an easy way of explaining things. For instance, mind reading. Can someone please tell me the last time you did a mind reading in Star Wars?
All the time.
Really?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah,
but it's sort of an easy way out, isn't it, to explain something?
Well, okay. So she wasn't really mind reading from what I got. She was just like feeling his experiences. She wasn't able to like really translate. Verbatim, like, hey, on the second year of being away from my parents, this happened. Like she kind of got an overall idea. Maybe looked at things.
It's his feelings. She's sensing his feelings,
his memory. She may have gone through his memory, and stuff like that, which I was totally thinking that was going to happen.
And it happened. It happened multiple times throughout the original trilogy. Darth Vader did it in his fight with Luke Skywalker. He's like, "Oh, you're thinking about your sister.
Yeah,
maybe I can turn you. If you don't turn to the dark side, perhaps she will." He didn't know specifically that it was Leia, but he knew Luke was thinking about Leia at the time, which she was, his sister.
Obi-Wan was smart to hide her from me. So I was good with that.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention though, like, wouldn't you guys rather, instead of telling us all the stuff and spending, it was a couple of minutes explaining all the stuff, wouldn't you rather have seen some of the stuff with him being trained in the Jedi Temple?
Not by the way. Okay, so
not necessarily.
I'm starting to. I don't want to sound like a fanboy. I look, if you would have wanted to see that, that's cool. But the problem is, every time, the more we see a Baby Yoda, the worse he looks, because it's a little puppet.
The more we see of Grogu. His
And
name is
Grogu.
Grogu.
Grogu. We're gonna have to all get that in our heads now.
No, I gotta be honest with you. I did not like Yoda fighting Dooku in episode 2 at all. I mean, I thought it was like where are my keys at? You know, like it was kind of cringe, man.
We didn't
Especially
need
when
that
you
much Yoda. No, I never
No.
liked how Yoda fought in episode 2. We never needed that much Yoda.
No, I mean the idea is cool, like, but I don't know if watching it would be cool because leading up to episode 2, I knew he was going to fight. I was like, holy man, that's going to be awesome. And then watching it, I liked it. And then after a few times, I was like, I don't know, man, kind of better for the imagination.
Also, did you guys feel the show used too much CGI this time around? I felt like it was more noticeable than normal.
I mean, there's always a lot of CGI in the show.
It
It's
did
just,
feel like it was inside a dome sometimes, though. To me.
yeah.
So if
because
that's
it
what-
is.
Yeah, but
But it isn't.
yeah,
It isn't supposed to feel like that though. That's the whole
It's
point.
also Jeffrey. It's also filmed on Earth, but we don't want to know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything is filmed on Earth, Lewis.
Imperial Just with a super chat supporting the Nerd Report. My cough button right here. Thank you very much.
Well, they don't have the. They probably
Look,
don't have the
distraction.
budget or resources to do a lot of location shooting for this production.
No,
And-
I think it,
And
I think
sometimes
it
you can
works.
tell.
Dude, it's Star Wars. They have as much. They've got so much money.
I think it works, Taylor, but also there's a time issue. So like rendering, they may need more time. I mean, maybe if they release this in 3 years, it'd look better. You know what I mean? To kind of clean it up. But it didn't bother. It didn't take me too much out of it, out of the scenes and stuff. I think it worked. It wasn't bad.
I thought it generally worked. To me, the worst is the prequels in terms of too much CG that takes you out of the movie, and I never felt it reach that level.
What, like
Personally.
Attack of the Clones?
Yes,
Attack
like
of the
Attack of the
Clones
Clones, and like
Yeah.
parts of Phantom Menace. Yes.
Okay, so Jess, it films inside some new tech. It's like a dome that's like a CG blue screen dome. Absent good. Nitpicking. No, I mean,
You're from Tyler.
No,
Yes, I
don't
agree.
Yeah, from me. Yeah, why not?
I don't want to sit here and like just say everything was great because I feel weird doing that. But I love this episode. Don't get me wrong. I
I
love
wouldn't
this.
say I
episode.
love it, but I thought it was a very good episode.
I would say I
It
love
was very good. You never can say you love something because you
But
always
you
want to say
didn't like the
something bad
You
about it.
didn't like the writing, Tyler. Any other?
I just found the writing could have been slightly better. There were some
Okay.
just easy way outs. Like I do quite a few writing courses
What
and stuff,
did-
being a
did-
filmmaker myself.
Tyler, did Rosario Dawson do justice to Ahsoka Tano?
I would say yes. I thought at first she looked very weird when she popped up onto the screen.
What?
Yeah. But here's the thing. I accidentally saw the picture at the end when I went to go and click on the episode. So yeah, I found it a little bit weird. But
Oh,
her
you
voice,
did? You got spoiled?
yeah, I know I spoiled it for myself like an idiot. But yeah, I found like her dialogue performance. It felt like Ahsoka.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, I want to, as I cough my lung out here, we're on Twitch. Also, I'm going to drop the link in the comments. So everyone watching on YouTube, please sub if you have not. We cover Star Wars all the time. We go live after each episode. Some of you are regulars here. But we also are a big fan of competition, and Twitch is a competitor of this platform, and this platform is not monetizing my live feeds for some reason. So I'm going to drop the link for our Twitch channel, and I want you all to please consider subbing there or following or whatever it is. We got a pretty good following over there, but there's the link. It's twitch.tv/nerd report. Okay, so if we go there as well, you hit the notification bell, whatever, we go on live simultaneously, but just to have our cookies in different jars, you know, type of thing. So that's the way we look at it. If you guys can help us out like that. All righty. So yeah, some of the writing in the middle was the dialogue was a couple lines were a little weird, but nothing to really bother me except the Thrawn line. but I gotta watch it again.
All right. Any other final thoughts, Tyler, before we let you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm pretty sure I noticed in the first 50 seconds or something, 50 or 60 seconds. I swear I saw a string of Baby Yoda.
There what?
Oh, a what?
I think I saw a puppeteering string of Baby Yoda.
Okay. Is this is this like Gene's guy in the last episode?
Yeah, I think so. Did you guys
Do me
hear
a
about the
favor.
action figure? He's got his own action figure now.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Tyler.
Yeah.
Get that, screen cap it, and
Yeah,
send it back
that's
over.
what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do while I've been talking to you guys.
Yeah, do it on at Nerdlecca. Send me a PM or tag me, and I'll post it.
People,
Okay.
you know, people on
See you later,
YouTube
Tyler.
threw fits about the commentary, with YouTube commentary over the choreography for The Last Jedi for the throne room fight, having bad choreography. So, but not a peep about Gene's guy and Jedi Wanderer. What are you whispering about?
Jedi Wanderer, what's up,
Are
man?
you
Oh,
are you
I didn't know
chanting
I
a
was
mantra
on.
there? Sounded
No.
like you were. It sounded like you were chanting a mantra to yourself.
No. I didn't know I was on the show. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
was
you're
waiting
on
for
the
the
show
other
now.
guy.
About the episode, brother.
Sorry.
worries.
Jedi
What?
Wanderer. We're
A
talking
gem.
about Ahsoka, live action Ahsoka. Come on, hey man.
I'm talking about the entirety of the show. What a gem we received. I'm just
Facts.
overwhelmed from this whole season. I got to watch every single episode twice. I
Yep.
didn't do that for the first season. I'm gonna watch this episode tomorrow to catch anything I missed. But this, even her, Bo-Katan, I did not really think they were gonna be in this season. I did not even expect the word Thrawn to be thrown out there. The spiders in
shocking.
that cavern, that was something that was meant for Empire Strikes Back. The Crate Dragon that we got to see in the first episode of the season. Wow. You know, a lot of gems being presented
Planet
here.
Tython. Planet Tython. How about that?
That was the gem. I did not expect that. I played Old Republic for years, and I did not expect anyone to throw that name down for something like this. And I'm just like, ha! Kiss my ass, Kathleen Kennedy. Old Republic is canon.
All right. Kathleen
I'm
Kennedy,
sorry.
Come on, man.
No.
This is-
I'm
By the
sorry,
way, this
but
is Kathleen
I'm
Kennedy,
excited
though.
for that.
Apology not accepted, Jedi Wanderer.
That's fine. I don't care at this point. I'm too
Jedi
happy with
Wanderer-
Tython.
Why? She's
This
the one
show
who
is
produced the show.
Yeah, this is a Kathleen Kennedy show, though.
Stay on point, please. Don't throw too many things. Let's stay on point.
You
Sorry.
brought up Kathleen.
There's a lot. I know that, but just I'm trying to explain my excitement at the time when I heard that.
Well, we gotta take the good with the bad. I mean, a lot of people want to discredit George for The Empire Strikes Back because they simply think it's the best Star Wars movie. But the fact is, George Lucas had a lot to do with The Empire Strikes Back. I spoke to a lot of people that were in the movie, and I asked, "Was George on set?" Just to like, and there was like, he was always on. He was always on set.
I don't know.
He was in the
But-
Dagobah scene. He was in. He was. I know he was there. He was on the Cloud City scenes. I asked Jeremy Bullock, who played Boba Fett. So he was there pretty much
Mm-hmm.
telling Irvin Kushner how to do it. So
Ahsoka Tano, though, I thought she was very on point. The acting was great.
yep.
The lines, that felt like that was her character. I also didn't have a problem why she couldn't take the child. I was questioning all this too when I was watching. But I understand where she was probably coming from when she mentioned take him to Tython, take him to some point over there and have him do something, and a Jedi will sense him that can take him and train him. She obviously has another goal in mind, and now that's obviously got figured out because Thrawn was mentioned in this. So she has another goal for herself. And I'm okay with her not willing to train this child, but she got to have a moment to learn of this child, and we got to learn some things of this child. Grogu? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Grogu.
Okay.
Grogu.
It's going to take some time to get that name down.
Grow,
Yeah, I agree.
grow like a growing boy. Grow.
Right.
Goo like gooey. Grogu. Grogu.
Okay. All right. Easy. Easy. a lot of excitement trying to come out. But even the spear, I did not think the lady with the spear was really going to do it.
Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth.
No, I know, but the weapon, the material that was made out of, I did not think
Pure
that
Beskar.
weapon specifically that was going to stand a chance. And boy, was I wrong. So that fight scene was really good.
It reminded me of Kill Bill. With what is it? With the last scene with Beatrix Kiddo and what was it? Shoot,
Bill?
I forgot her name.
It's been a long time since
The
I've seen
Japanese. She played the Japanese Yakuza leader.
Gogo
with the
Yuburu?
spiked mace or whatever.
Gogo Yuburu?
Something like that.
No,
Gogo. And Kill
it
Bill.
was the leader. Her the leader of the gang.
Yes.
Lucy
Yes.
Liu.
Yes.
Oren Ishii.
Orenishi. There we go. Someone got it. Time Ebb. Lucy Liu.
Okay. I also caught a point where the guy was about to drop his shotgun, and I thought they were going to handle that peacefully, but I just knew it. That guy was going to reach for it, and I'm like, no, don't do it. I know what this guy's going to do. And then, pow, gun western thing right there. You know, he does the thing with a gun, puts it back in his shoulder. I'm like, yep, that's a western thing right there. I saw that.
Shot first.
But so there was a lot of gems in this.
Din Djarin shot first.
Well,
Yeah, but Din
Michael
Djarin's
Biehn.
not Han Solo.
You probably would have shot Han Solo first, too.
Could I ask you guys a question? Does Din Djarin have? Do you think he's going to have force powers? He's communicating with the child.
No, he does not have force powers. He doesn't even understand the force. The answer is no.
Let Wanderer speak.
I was actually confronting. I was yelling at the TV when I was this. I will have a huge problem if they introduce the. I know the Force plays a role in these stories, but I want them to treat the Mandalorian as they always have up to this point. Let him stay in character. He's a Mandalorian. He's got his goals. He's got his. He's following a path. I don't think he needs the Force. Well, he knows of the Force. He probably will understand it, but will he be using it? No, I don't want him to. He's good. He's good with what he does. And
that's the big Force. Well, that smells stinkawit.
I think it'll take away his character a little bit if he starts
That's
using
incredible. That's incredible, Jeffrey. Wanderer, we're gonna get some more people in here, but thanks.
That's fine. I see them too, but thank you for having me on.
Yay, man! Always welcome. All right, thank you.
Probably will understand it, but will he be using it?
Hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Nerd Report.
With what he does.
Ubery, is that your name?
Yeah, Aubrey, what's up, man?
Aubrey,
Aubrey, turn your YouTube down so we can talk.
Yeah, if you could turn it down, it'd be dope.
Yeah. There you go. I got it.
So, you're new to this channel? I've never seen you here before, or am I wrong?
No, I am new to this channel, and I was looking for like videos of like reaction and reviews for this this latest episode.
And we're gonna
thank you for joining. I hope you'll join us for more future episode recaps.
That's what I was gonna say. We're happy to talk to you, but before we do, hit the notification bell, subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's actually the other way around. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and welcome to the family.
Nice.
All right. So I'm real eager to know what people think, and I'm eager to know what you thought of tonight's episode, The Jedi.
All right, you're gonna hate me a little bit on this.
No, I won't. I won't.
So I'm gonna have to agree with what's
Tyler.
I'm gonna have to agree with Tyler with the Clone Wars animation. It is canon to even the films. There are some books.
That's me. I was the one that said that.
It is canon. Rebels is canon.
Yeah, Clone Wars is canon.
And I'll say this: you don't have to be a Clone Wars fan to enjoy the live action Ahsoka. But if you want to understand Ahsoka's story and her character development, you have to watch Clone Wars.
Now, would you also agree that Anakin Skywalker was granted the title of Jedi Knighthood in the animation?
He was.
Thank you.
He was.
And
Thank
then,
you.
And then,
But
yeah.
I'm still subscribing. I'm still subscribing.
All right. And then in Revenge of the Sith, all of a sudden he's not a Jedi Master.
They never said that.
Well, they didn't
No,
mention
he's not
that
a master. He's a Jedi Knight.
because
Padawan,
I don't know how
Knight,
long-
Master,
I
Grandmaster.
don't know how long the Clone Wars was. I mean, the time frame. Maybe it was like 3 years, 4 years, because there's 7 seasons of Clone Wars. But then if you jumble it all together, it's about maybe 3 years of war. I don't know. Is it 3 years of war?
Basically 3 years.
Yeah, so
3
3
years from
years.
Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith. Yeah.
I also have
Yeah.
a question. Is like Ahsoka Tano was never a Jedi, right?
She is. She was.
I thought like it was.
I guess she was
never-
technically. I think she was technically a Jedi Padawan.
Yeah, like she was a Padawan.
I thought she quit.
She
Yeah,
did. Well,
She left the Order. Yes,
she
did.
left the Order. Yeah, during Clone Wars. But season 7, which is the latest season, she actually I think she came, well, not came back, but she had like this I guess other search or something. I don't know.
and
She's a Jedi in all but name, basically. She's not a formal Jedi, but yes, she's a Jedi. Okay, whatever.
And don't think just because you disagree with me that I'm gonna be upset about it. You know, don't worry.
Oh no, of course. No, you guys are cool, man. I appreciate this.
I'm still gonna say that the live action is where I follow. But that's the way
let me read her question, bro. What if her saying another Jedi will sense him wasn't for Ezra, but for Mando, and it'll awaken his Force connection? Imperial Jets. I don't really want to see that happen. I just don't see. Din Djarin does not understand or feel the Force. He's not a Force wielder. I don't think this show is not about his journey of becoming a Jedi.
Guess what? Luke didn't know the Force. Luke didn't know the Force until he asked Obi-Wan, "What the Force? The Force is an energy field that guides us."
Maxi Big the Force. Will that smell stinkawit?
That's ridiculous.
Look, this show is not about Din Djarin's journey of becoming a Jedi or a Force wielder. It would be silly if he had a connection to the Force. You don't need the Force to have a connection with someone either. So there you go.
With, speaking of,
thank you for joining. What was his name?
Ubery. Sorry.
Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you.
I think
thanks for listening to the show.
Yeah, I think he knew his connection was bad because he said thanks for.
Anyway, I don't want to see that happen. I just don't. I don't think it's. I don't see the character going down that path. I don't think it's part of his journey. I think to do that would be very forced and contrived and convoluted.
How many more episodes do we have left?
After this one, 3 more this season.
So Robert Rodriguez needs to direct one, right?
Let's see. So the next one is Favreau. No. That's Favreau wrote the next episode. Right. Rick. I think Rick Famuyiwa wrote another one. He was a director on. He was a director on season 1. Let's see. I'm just looking up the directors for season 2.
Well, we still do we know who's doing the season finale?
No, we don't. We don't know the season finale director yet. Okay, John Favreau, Peyton Reed, Robert Rodriguez. So Dave Filoni did this episode. Carl Weathers did episode 4. Bryce Dallas Howard did The Heiress episode 3. So we do know that Robert Rodriguez is directing at least one episode this season. I don't know who's directing the finale.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's Robert Rodriguez.
That would be interesting.
It's gonna be, and I think it's gonna be on Tatooine.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get the Slave One.
We don't know. The thing is, we don't know where Moff Gideon's ship is. Where his command ship is.
He should be showing up anytime. Maybe even next week, man. I mean,
Well, we saw him. We saw him the last 2 episodes. He was in episode. He was in episode 3 and episode 4.
But I don't see why he wouldn't show up tonight at the end. I mean, like, he must be following Mando.
Well, they have a tracker aboard his ship. It wasn't crucial to see Moff Gideon and his forces this week, Lewis.
I understand that, but Moff Gideon doesn't give a crap. He's after the child.
So
He doesn't care.
what is
show up anytime.
What is your? All right. Well, he didn't show up tonight. Get over it. They played Luke's music in the background. John Kiros. Am I saying that? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Yeah, John, we did hear Luke's music when Ahsoka was talking about Master Yoda in that little scene, camp out scene they had together. I did catch that. Yes.
Yeah, and I have it on good standing that Jeffrey was dancing during it.
I wasn't dancing, but I did recognize it, and I was very happy to hear it.
Yep. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it a night. Man, I'm beat. I've had so much to eat.
But here's one last thing I want to point out. So the way they ended the episode, Ahsoka left Grogu with the Mandalorian. She didn't want to take him. She advised him to take Grogu to planet Tython, which is previously a planet that was depicted in Knights of the Old Republic. And she wanted him to take him to, like, I guess, a temple there to sort of reach out and to find his connection with the Force, and it might bring a Jedi to them. So we'll see. Next stop is planet Tython.
What the hell's going on here? Hold on. I'm trying to
Someone was saying Aubrey. That's the person we were talking to.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see what's trending. See if people are talking about Yoda or anything. Or
Grogu. His name is Grogu.
Grogu. They mentioned Yoda too, man.
Yeah, they did mention Yoda.
Let me see what's going on here.
Hey, Imperial Jess, thank you for the support. I really appreciate that, and Lewis does too. Thank you very much. It's very nice that you said sleep well, my favorite channel. Sleep well. Also,
thank you very much.
Happy holidays to everyone. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving day. Happy holidays. I hope everyone's doing well, staying safe. And even if you can't be with your loved ones right now, remember to call your loved ones and your relatives and let them know how much you love them and how much you're thinking about them right now.
Max, one last question. Basic Entertainment's asking, do I think Boba Fett's going to show up before the season ends? 100% yes. And he's going to be in the Slave 1.
I'm predicting no, he won't.
Slave 1 Boba Fett.
Basic Entertainment, my prediction is no, Boba Fett will not show up before the end of the season.
We'll see. All right, guys, we're gonna cut this. If you guys want to rewatch it, you could simply stay on this link and just rewind the video to the beginning, and you can get our thoughts, the entire show. We'll be back throughout the week, and we will also be back for next week's episode. But before we go off, where can people follow you, Jeffrey?
You can follow me on Twitter. I am the J to the E to the double F3 on Twitter at Wheeljack83.
There you go. We got one more super chat and no comment. I gotta say thank you very much. Magician Flip 2069. Thanks for the support. This channel doesn't get monetized with the live feeds for some reason, but people like you keep it afloat, and you just bought me some coffee so I could keep up the energy. All right, you guys can follow me at NerdLecca on Twitter, or you can follow me here on the Nerd Report, where we like to talk about Star Wars. Let me play some music on the way out too. See if I can do it.
Yeah.
There we go. Little Stranger Things vibe. You hear that? You dancing, Jeffrey?
Like this.
You like it?
Yeah.